Hi everybody, this is the baseball hype, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Host the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut 2, and hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. I want to mention, gambling is a major problem in this country, and it's a major problem in sports because you can do it online, you can do it on your phone, and I'm not a supporter of it. So you'll never see me, have a sponsor that's a gambling sponsor, but a couple of things I probably should do a video on is Mike Shildt. He retired from the Padres as the manager, and he's only 57 years old. To retire, something's fishy. And apparently, one of the things he said is he's having health issues, but he was threatened by gamblers that they were losing money, and they threatened him on the street or something. That's probably what happened. Probably he got scared. So I'm gonna have to look into that if I can. But as you know, a couple of pitchers with the Guardians were suspended or put on like an administrative leave, basically suspended. They couldn't play in the second half for the Guardians. Amazingly enough, the Guardians were playing terrible at the time, and then those guys got suspended, and they went to the postseason. As you know, Guardians lost in the first round, but the region from Sports.Yahoo. Guardians Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase reportedly banned from Dominican Winter League on amid MLB gambling probe. So we haven't heard much about this. What's interesting about this is the hypocrisy by Major League Baseball, because they were so quick to suspend these guys, and the amounts of money isn't nearly as much in terms of, apparently not as much money as Shohei Ohtani's interpreter was spending, and amazingly enough, that's not been really, it's sort of been swept under the rug, as you know, that whole situation with Ohtani. But I thought the swiftness of this investigation, in terms of they put them out and they had them out on limbo. We also have this situation from about a year or so ago with an umpire who wasn't involved with any gambling. His friend had gambled using his phone, but he didn't know about it, and Major League Baseball, they fired him. Major League Baseball even admitted he had nothing to do with it, but they fired him anyway. And I guess the umpire can come back, and he's one of the best umpires in baseball. And they were so quick to get rid of him. They weren't so quick to get rid of Shohei Ohtani. As you know, the ratings for Major League Baseball is all up all over the place. And a lot is because they're bringing in the Pacific. All the Japanese are coming in, all the Asians from that part of the world are watching all these games that Ohtani's playing, and every team's gotten that boost. So that's really the big reason why that's happened. But let me read you the article. After missing the second half of the Major League Baseball season amid reported gambling probes, Cleveland Guardians pitchers Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase have reportedly been banned from playing winter ball in their native Dominican Republic. ESPN's Enrique Rojas reported Monday that the Dominican Professional Baseball League rejected the registration of both players to play for the Astralis Baseball Club. According to the report, MLB doesn't prohibit them from playing winter ball, and the decision was made independent of MLB's actions regarding the players. MLB placed Ortiz on leave on July 3rd amid an investigation. MLB then placed Clase on non-disciplinary paid leave on July 28th. Guardians announced both decisions but did not provide further details about why the players were placed on leave. Neither has played since. The word is they're going to get banned for life. That's what we're hearing. According to multiple reports, including from ESPN, The Athletic, and Cleveland.com, the pair were placed on leave because of investigations into suspicious gambling activity. Per ESPN's Jeff Passan, 2 pitches owned by Ortiz and Jr. were flagged by a betting integrity firm after they received unusual gambling activity. One of those pitches was a ball thrown way outside that bounced into the dirt into the backstop against the St. Louis Cardinals on June 27th. Specifics of the probe into Clase aren't clear, but his placement on leave is also reportedly linked to gambling and was announced after the investigation into Ortiz was underway. Ortiz started 16 games in his first season with the Guardians before his placement on leave. Clase, a 3-time All-Star with the Guardians, was in the midst of another standout season as Cleveland's closer. The Guardians were in the midst of a disappointing campaign with a record below 500. Both players were placed on leave. Without Ortiz and Clase, the Guardians rallied to post an 88-74 record to win the AL Central. They lost in the wildcard round to the division rival Detroit Tigers. While the Guardians were in the playoffs, Ortiz and Clase were both in the Dominican Republic, preparing to play for Australis. Cleveland Guardians right-handed pitcher. Oh, we already went through that. Now, neither will, and their baseball futures remain uncertain as MLB has yet to announce a conclusion into the investigation of either player. But look how quickly, folks, remember back, how quickly the Justice Department came out and said that Ohtani was innocent. And they didn't suspend him when you could have suspended him. And look how quickly they suspended these guys. Just based off a pitch and whatever else was skulking around. Now, I'm not going to talk about the innocence or guilt of these two guys, but it's the swiftness at which MLB put them on the shelf and told them they couldn't play. And how they sort of looked the other way when, and I don't know, they're talking about the millions and millions of dollars that the interpreter was involved with. And that's why I'm doing this video, just to sort of show the sort of inequity here. And none of the other YouTubers will talk about it. So that's why this is, what I do here is more looking at things straight on and being more honest. And it's funny, you listen to WFAN, they talk about this stuff here and there, and then they'll give you their picks for the week. They'll give you your picks. They'll give you your picks for the weekend when the NFL season starts. Make such a big deal every week. Sort of hypocrisy right there and then. Well, you let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, please subscribe to Baseball Head 2, and I'll see you later.